YouTube, back with another video. Today we are finally starting on installing our dust collector, but there's some stuff I gotta do first. I don't know, you probably can't see my barrel behind me, but I found yesterday a guy gave me a 30-gallon plastic drum. It wasn't exactly what I was wanting, because I wanted one that had the snap ring lid on it, and he didn't have none like that, and those seemed to be daggone impossible to find here in Tennessee. So I went with the next best thing I could, and I just got the 30-gallon plastic drum, and I cut the top out of it, but I left a lip on it here. So what this is going to be is our separator. So we'll have the two fittings going in it, so one coming in, one coming out, and I'm just going to make it where my piece of plywood I'm going to cut is going to bolt to the top, and then we'll just have to take the whole top off when we got to clean it out. I know it's not 100% great, it's not what I was wanting, but it's the best we could come up with. So now what I'm going to do is get my trim router here mounted up to my circle cutting jig. I've already got this thing measured out. We're going to cut our sheet of plywood that goes inside the barrel, and we are going to seal it off. That way it'll be hopefully airtight. I don't know if it will or not, but I hope so. It should. Get this put on there. So I'll be back here in a minute, guys. Alright, I'm back. Now, I did make a YouTube short a couple days ago about how to cut a perfect circle, and this is the jig I used. I made this quite a few years ago. It's not anything special. It's hell, that's probably just a piece of flat stock, and I tapped it out, took a bolt, cut the head off, and rounded this down to about 1/8 inch, I think. So you just drill a hole where you want it, and then this slides because it's got the groove cut in it. Keep the nut down in there, right? And that's pretty much it. So, like I said, there ain't nothing special about it. I need to make a new one, actually. This one, it still works, but it's just an old piece of laminate flooring, actually. There ain't nothing to it, but when I first made that one, it was for I had a electric rigid, shit, I can't think what I want to say now, router. And the Milwaukee router is a little bit different bolt hole size pattern, back pattern is different. So I had to re-drill it. So I can only put 3 screws in this base. So I should probably make a new one, but I haven't yet because I don't really use this a whole lot. But really all you want to do is I already got everything laid out for what size my circle is. So you just find center of half of whatever you're going to cut, and then put your pin in your hole. I didn't really drill deep enough for that one. I'm trying not to go all the way through it, because that would just suck. I think it'll work though. Do like that right there. I do got to put a mark because I did come in 1 inch on the sides, so we need to know where to start at. That should be our starting point right there. So basically, keep your router bit up because this is not a plunge router. Now, I know it's a lot better to have dust collection hooked up, but for doing this, I like to take this piece off because it's really hard, for me at least, to see in there and see where my bit is landing at. Because that's a pretty important part of this. Where's my 1 inch mark? There it is. Now, no battery on it yet. I'm going to spin my router bit, try to get, we need to be, I don't need to be on the outside of my line. I'm just about screwed up, guys. Let's see here. About right there is where we need to be at. So we're gonna go ahead and lock this down. I think I am going to try real quick, punch that hole a little deeper. If I go all the way through, it's not the end of the world. I can always drill it. I just went all the way through anyways. There's only 1/2 inch plywood right here, so that happens, I guess. But now this will sit flat. Alright, So here we go. I'm gonna put you on fast forward, but we're gonna cut this circle out real quick. Just like that. Man, crazy. Gotta make all this dust to collect dust, but I could have hooked shot back up to it, but it's really difficult with that hose because you gotta keep twisting and moving everything, but that's okay. All right, guys, we got our circle cut and fitting. My plan is use some of these threaded inserts right here to put into the barrel itself, and that way I can just bolt this top down. So, oh, excuse me, got sawdust in my lungs. Let me get the drill bit and everything and mark my holes, set up like that, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, I made my first mistake on this thing. I started drilling these holes at 1 inch in from my lid, and there was not enough space to put my inserts in. So we moved the lid. Now we're going to do them again. That'll work. Now what I want to do is just make sure they're all straight up and down. There we go. Alright. So now, I guess I need to go ahead and drill the 1/4 inch holes in our top. Actually, I'm going to go with a 5/16. Go just a hair bit bigger than my bolt because I got 1/4 inch bolts here. And I don't know. Hopefully this works. Hopefully I'm not wasting much time here. So, get you guys set up so you can watch. Drill some holes real quick. There we go. And just to kind of make them look a little prettier, hit them with the sanding pad real quick. Alright, let me get an Allen wrench and we'll see if we can get these inserts put in. Alright guys, let's see if we can put these in now. Alright, our last step here for today is going to be trying to put some of this vinyl foam weather seal on the inside of the barrel, so that way hopefully we can create a good seal on this thing. I don't know if it's going to even work, to be honest with you. Hopefully that's not the sticky side, because it's not sticky. But get started on this. Something like that. You get a knife. Cut it off. Alright, that's on. I know it's ugly, but that's okay. Now one thing I did do, I don't know if you can see in the camera, I put a black mark right here on my barrel. I got a black mark right here on my lid, because that's the hole that lines everything up. So now all we should be able to do, get it lined up where it needs to go. Try to put some screws in it, see if it holds it down. Alright. Here we go. Now, I know you're thinking it's not done. I know it's not done. I'm still waiting on the fittings to come in. That's going to have 2 fittings right here, 4 inch coming in, 4 inch going out, and then this will collect all of our dust with the separator. So we'll be back, I don't know, hopefully tomorrow maybe, whenever Amazon decides to deliver them. Alright guys, today we are opening up the dust collector. Now, this is only a 1 horsepower dust collector, which is what I wanted. I used to have the big 2.5 horsepower. Had the pipe running all throughout my shop. I don't need none of that anymore. I do very little stuff, so set it down real quick. But there is some stuff I think we need to check before we hook this thing up. Now this is a Wood Skill is the brand of it. And it's pretty self-explanatory really. It comes with wheels if you wanted to do that. But basically, if you was just going to roll this around on your floor, you take this here. This can do 4-inch or 2.5 inch. You put the fitting on there. Your bag would go on the end here. That'd be the end of it. But we ain't doing that. What we're going to do is make this a 2-cycle. So like I said, the hose from this or the pipe is going to go to the drum, and the other one will go to the tools. This is going to go to probably the bag for now, but I'm going to try to find a filter to put on it. Now, when I said there's some stuff you got to do to it off the bat, just for good measure, I guess, we're going to go ahead and take this off. And the reason we're going to take this off is we're going to seal it. Get those out. Now, another thing a lot of people hate to say or do, we're taking this out. We don't need this guard in here at all. That's a complete waste of time. So I'm going to get some gasket sealer and some gloves, and I'll be right back. Alright, I didn't have any more gasket sealer, so we're going to use some caulking instead. I just dropped something right in the dust collector. That was the tip I cut off of here, but we'll get it out. We're going to do both ends on it, just to be safe. Better be safe than sorry, huh? I have to take all this apart once it's put up, because the location I'm wanting to put this, that's not going to be an easy task if you ever had to tear into it for some reason. There we go. Now let's check this piece. This actually feels like it's got a pretty nice gasket on it. So, I'll show y'all real quick. Okay, let me just bring the camera to you. So, my bad there, guys. It's got a gasket on it already, and it looks like there might be some caulking under there too. So, we're gonna leave that one as is, not mess with it at all. Now, like I said, we're not putting wheels on it. This is going to get mounted up under the saw table. So it's going to go up under here, thinking somewhere in this general area. You can see I got a hook to that, and I'm going to put a 2.5 inch also a fitting coming out somewhere out in here. I don't know exactly where, but that way I can hook up. I got a 20 inch or a 20 foot 2.5 inch hose that I can hook up to it, and we can use it that way also. But we're waiting on the fittings for that right now. So I might go ahead and crawl in there and see if I can find a place to fit it. Alright guys, I got it mounted. Yeah, it was a pain in the butt too, but I put it, it's mounted right there. It's gonna be behind the barrel. So one thing I'm gonna have to do, what I'm thinking is finding a filter to put on the outlet there. That'll make it just a lot easier instead of having that big bag on it. This is gonna be my inlet, so basically when the barrel's in place, this is gonna work out good, I think. Now I don't have far to go with it. It's just gonna come right off of here, hose right to this fitting over here. Next fitting will go out here this way, go behind everything, and it'll come over to the saw right there. And also, alright guys, I think I'm all done for today with the dust collector. My garage is an absolute disaster right now, but I'll show you what I got done. Alright, so like I showed you earlier, we got the dust collector mounted up underneath there. Here's our drum, we're waiting on pieces. This is where it kind of all gets a little creative here. So that's coming from the miter saw. I do got a 4-inch blast gate in right there, which I'm gonna make a rotted handle, a knob that comes out so I can open and close it from out here somewhere on the table. And then off of that, we have a Y with a 2.5 inch hose just coming right up to a blast gate here. So this way I can hook my 20-foot hose right to this, and I can use it out here in the shop area, right? And then my 4-inch is a pipe that runs on down and around. I don't know if I can get it to where you see it. There you go. So it runs right to here with the hose on it. This hose is going to go on top of the barrel. So get the barrel put in place. That hose is going to come up It's gonna land right here. Next hose is gonna land right there, just a small connection. And we should be good. So that's it for now. See y'all when the fittings get here and we'll finish this thing up. Later. Hey guys, we're back. So finally got the fittings. I'll just show you the box that came in. Well, box don't have no pictures. This is what we got now though. Got our fittings here, right? So these are gonna go inside the barrel. This will be on top of the barrel. They'll bolt together. What we gotta do first, according to the directions here, we gotta lay these templates out where we're gonna cut it, our holes at. Now the template says port direction. They got this arrow with the squares on. That's because what you're trying to do, if I can show you here. So here's what you're trying to do right here, is you want your airflow to circulate, right? So if you look down here at the bottom, when I was talking about your 90s, they're gonna be facing away from each other, all right? So that's pretty self-explanatory, I think. We're gonna get them lined up where we want them. Put a little bit of tape on them, hold them in place, and then we're gonna trace everything out and start cutting. That part done. I think, in all honesty, guys, the easiest way for me to mark where these holes are at, I'll get a hammer here real quick. I know you can, there's like 1,000 ways to do this. This is the way I'm doing it. There we go. Alright, so we're done with our templates. Get them up out of the way. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the top off this. Not gonna bore y'all with that, and we'll be back to cut some holes. Alright guys, so got my 2 holes pre-drilled. Let's go ahead and cut this out real quick. Alright, there's the cut. Now, we got pre-drilled our holes here, and we'll be ready to start assembly. Alright, we're going to drill our holes here, doing a 3/16 drill bit. Alright, so one thing I'm going to do, if you guys remembered earlier, I put a black mark on the lid and a black mark on the barrel, so I know where my bolt holes line up at. But to make sure my fittings are always going to be correct, I'm just going to write on here front and do front on the barrel. That way I know that my fittings are always pointing the correct direction. I don't put the barrel in wrong or nothing like that, I guess. So next step is going to be assembly. We got a bunch of different stuff going on here, so let me get all the screws and stuff organized and I'll be back. Alright folks, so got everything figured out here. They come with 2 sets of screws. I'm gonna go ahead and use the longer screws because, well, I just want to. But the sound table, Matthew out here helping me out a little bit. There we go. So with this being the front, I said we're gonna take our first one, and it's gonna face like this. Let's stand this up. Wood clipping over. Now let's try to put flat washer and a nut. These are our locking nuts. There we go. Got a little football playing. Hopefully y'all don't hear it in the background because YouTube will copyright me thinking I'm trying to broadcast the NFL or something. I'm not. I just have it playing. But anyways, I'll quit talking. Let's fast forward this and get this all done. See you all in about 20 seconds. Alright folks, those are on. Looks like they're supposed to be. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of caulking around both of those on the inside just for a little added security. Alright. Get a little bit of seal around these because, you know, why not? We've already sealed everything else off. Now, we'll get this barrel hooked up. Alright folks, got the barrel ready. Hopefully you can see all this while I'm working. I don't want to make a bad video for you. Now I know somebody in the comments is going to talk shit about this dust collector being small, 1 horsepower, ain't no good, whatever. I've already had the big 2 horsepower, right? I'm not running a huge shop out here like I used to. You know, I used to have the CNC machine and everything running, and yeah, the 2 horsepower was great. I'm not doing all that no more, so it's not really necessary. Alright, so one thing I want to make sure we do, let's put this glue up. Alright, we got to be able to make this hose, this is coming from our main pipe, right? I want it to have enough slack in it. Boy, I really wish I had a 90 to put on these. I really don't want to wait to buy 90s and have to wait a couple days for them to come in either, but I'm kind of thinking 90 would be the smartest way to go, because I don't know. Let's push the barrel in once, get it off the cord. Oh, I got a 2x4 right there in the way. Yeah. We'll try it with the hose today, and I might look at buying some 90s. Alright, let's go ahead and I'm just going to take off about, it'll give us plenty of room. I don't know if there's actually a right way to cut this stuff, because you know, it coils. What I do is just cut a loop all the way around, take a pair of dikes. I don't think we're allowed to say dikes no more. 2024, it's offensive to people, but a pair of cutters, cut them off, and then put your clamp on that one. Let's see if we got enough here. This is the hard part, but it'd be nice to have these on 90s, I guess. That was good. Let's get another hose clamp, because we're going to do 2 clamps on this hose. Really feeling like I should have hooked this hose up back there on the dust collector first. I'm not going to bore y'all with watching my fat butt get down there and do it, so we'll be right back. Alright, got that one hooked up. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but for this one, go ahead and take off some of this hose. I know this is like overkill for hose, but as far as the length's going to be, but it'll work. Clamp on it. Now wrestle this one down. These are really difficult to put on these fittings. That's good. I think I am going to buy the 90s I was talking to you guys about. But for now, that's good. Now I know you're wondering, I don't have everything yet, okay? I don't have the remote control yet. Like I said, I'm going to get a wires remote for it. And I still have to build, I still have to build a arm mechanism to open and close that blast gate down there. Right now that one's closed. When it's pushed in, it's closed, pulled out, it's open. So we do got to figure that out. So what I'm gonna do for now, just to verify it runs, I'm gonna get out the extension cord. I already have the vacuum turned on, so it should turn. As soon as I plug it in, it should come on. We'll go ahead and open up that blast gate and we'll give this thing a shot. So stick around. Alright folks, moment of truth. We're gonna plug this baby in. I already got the blast gate for the miner saw open. See what happens. Alright, it's running. We're sucking dust right there. Let me see if I can set this up so you guys can see it, because I'm going to clean out the inside of where the saw's at. Sorry, my camera's leaning a little bit. guys, that's working pretty good. What we'll do now, we're gonna go ahead and just leave the camera. Oh, this camera's, I think I'm getting due for a new selfie stick, guys. See if I can get it to where you can see stuff. Son of a bitch, sorry about that.
Are we not open this?
Hold on. Alright, we'll go ahead and open this one. Open that up. There you go.
I like this, that seam.
Now I gotta close this one.
Now set that off?
No. It's got good suction to it, guys. Won't plug it up forever. Now what I said we was gonna do, I'm gonna back this up some so you guys can see better. So the plan is, this is 20 foot, 2.5 inch hose, which why the heck they wrapped it like this, I don't know. But let me shut y'all off, get this crap unwrapped, and I'll be back.
3, 2, 1, go.
Alright guys, so I don't have a clamp for my hose right here yet, so we just got it on there. But the whole plan with this hose, and you know they'll stretch out, I just can't stretch it right now, but like I'm in the middle of the garage. Right there's the garage door opener, so I'm right in the middle. This way, if I have some routers or something hooked up, you know, but I mean look how good this thing does. Yeah, buddy, we'll make a mess just for you. Here, you see all that dust on the floor? Watch old Matthew suck it up, boy. Come on, babe, let me get where we can see you. Hey, I know what we can do. Hold on 1 second. Alright, guys, I just cleaned the filter to my Milwaukee vacuum out. Oh, Matthew, suck it all up now. I think that thing does good for 1 horsepower. I mean, yeah, it's not no big crazy 2 horsepower or even a 220 or whatever, but I ain't running a professional woodworking business, so we've been there, done that. I don't know if it's the way he's sucking it or if it's not that good. Let me see that hose, buddy. I think it's the way he's doing it.
No, Dad, it's really
See,
good.
watch.
It's good.
You hold it up over top of it, it does just fine. Well, I'm just telling you, buddy, you can't hold it like this to do it. You got to get up on top of it and create a good suction. There you go. Buddy, I got more dust I can dump out for you if need be. Kid likes playing with it. Hold it down, almost like straight onto the floor, almost. Not all the way. There you go. So yeah, this thing was a success, I think. We did pretty good. See if we see the dust sucking in there. Oh yeah. So yeah, we got a couple things I want to change. Like I said, we're gonna do 90s up here. And I gotta make something for that blast gate and get some clamps, but hey, we got it going. That's all that matters right now. And I don't think, let me see if I can show you the filter bag. I don't even know what it's doing. Oh yeah, that's plumb full standing up under there. How perfect is that? Change the filter bag out or clean it out, you know, whenever we change the barrels, but that's it. Hopefully you guys made it through this whole video of our dust collection setup. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, give us a subscribe. We got a lot of good videos coming up this year. Got a lot of stuff planned, a lot of projects planned. I'll show you one sneak peek of a project real quick, and it's gonna be quick. You guys ready? We're working on a snapper. That's a rear engine snapper. Yeah, clean that out, buddy. All right, so anyways, we'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.